Hey guys, gals. Hey, here it is. It's Thursday afternoon. We're at the corporate offices, Heritage Farms, Texas, aka my house. What are we looking at today? Well, first off, let me tell you, you may see water standing. Water is standing everywhere. We have had so much rain here in North Texas. It seems like it's been raining every single day. I mean, you can see the pups are just glad it's not raining at the moment. They're able to get out and run around. But it has been just crazy, crazy wet. But I thought I'd give you guys a chance to look at the garden. And kind of like everything else, it's a little bit run down. It's not in the shape that I wanted it to be in. But I wanted to show you some of the self-wicking containers. And once again, if you've never went out, you can see one of my previous videos on self-wicking containers. I learned this from a guy who's got a YouTube channel up in Oklahoma called Gardening with Leon. I actually found it on Arms Family Homestead and found him talking about Gardening with Leon. But go out and check out Gardening with Leon. He's up just across the Red River in Oklahoma. And really, you should check out his nursery, everything that he has going on. But he came up with this idea for self-wicking containers. You're like, okay, what's a self-wicking container? Well, what it is, it's a pot, and we use these mineral feeders, which are left over. Hi, Sadie. This is Sadie, my daughter's dog. And so these are mineral tubs. So for cows and everything else, this has vitamins, minerals, protein. And when they eat it all up, the tub is empty. And what do you do with this? It's a nice plastic tub. So he came up with this idea, and it's actually genius. And he's evolved it over several different makes and models. But the beautiful thing about a self-wicking tub is inside of this tub, there is some corrugated pipe. And I'll show you one. This is one right here that I started to make, never got around to it, and the rain got on it. So this is what you use. So we got this corrugated pipe. You can see it's perforated and everything. You put this pipe down at the bottom. And in this one, you know, I have actually two pieces of pipe cut to the same level. So these go in the bottom of this container. And then you have a little fill tube that sticks up. Very important that you angle the end of it so that when it's flat on the ground, the water can run out, because otherwise water couldn't run out. So you always angle it, put it in at the bottom. Then on one side, let's see where we're at on this tub. Right here. You can actually see this tub is leaking water just from rainfall. But you drill a hole about, I don't know, 6 inches up, which is in essence right about here on this corrugated pipe. So what that allows to happen is then you put the landscape fabric over this to keep the water out of your pipe. And what happens in essence is down at the bottom, you have water at the bottom of this tub. And then you put your dirt over the corrugated pipe on top of the landscape fabric. And then you have air flowing, moisture, and because of this hole right here, and it's amazing, this thing is draining just from the rainfall, but you can see it keeps water at the very bottom. But the beautiful thing is from here up to the top, you actually have dry soil, and it wicks. In other words, moisture rises from the bottom to the top, and it allows you to basically, you can fill this up, take your water hose, fill it up until water runs out the side. And when that happens, you're pretty much good for about a week. So for a guy like me that travels a lot on business, that's very busy at the farm, I don't have time to do a lot of stuff, self-wicking tubs are beautiful, because I can come out here on like a Sunday afternoon, and I can, side note, this is what we call zoomies at our house. This is where the dogs just go bonkers and play chase, and they get absolutely muddy. My wife gets really mad. So before the dogs can come in the house, we have to shower them down, dry them off, but I digress. Back to the self-wicking tubs. But anyway, the beautiful thing about the self-wicking tub is you can fill them up on Sunday afternoon, and you can let them, basically they'll go a full week without watering, because they have like 4 to 5 inches of water in the base of them, and it wicks from the bottom up. And you can see the plants are doing really well. So got some tomato plants, Planted some onions. They seem to be strong and healthy. Look at this. I'm standing in water. The dogs are going crazy. They're soaking wet. But hey, all right, back to the garden. I have some questions. So a while back in the spring, Walsh Farms, which is a channel I watch religiously, and I recommend you guys should check him out. He is quite the farmer, all kinds of shed war videos and gardening videos. Check him out. He planted some potatoes, and it was store-bought potatoes. Well, this is store-bought potatoes. I took some potatoes last year, set them aside, and sure enough, they started putting little sprouts out. So I cut them up into like thirds, and I planted them in these self-wicking tubs. And as you can see, they've done really well. My only concern is the tubs are not very deep, so I don't know how big the potatoes are gonna grow. But hey, I honestly need some advice. How long do you leave potatoes in the ground? What is there a common idea? When do you take them out? I notice these are starting to flower. Do you take them out when they flower? When should I actually try to harvest these potatoes? Because I've never grown potatoes before, so really don't know. Love to hear from you on that. I mean, do they stay in the ground 90 days? Do they stay 120? I don't know. But anyway, so to make these, back to the tubs, you really just need some corrugated pipe. You need a little landscape fabric, and you have to use potting soil, not any other type of soil, because potting soil stays loose and allows the soil to not get compacted. But you can see we got some jalapenos, and I apologize for the weeds. I should have been out here pulling weeds, but I haven't done it. Look at there. First thing out of my garden this year. But anyway, things are looking good. So not only can you use them for vegetable gardens, but walk with me. I'll show you what else you can use them for. Da, 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 da. Don't look at the swimming pool. It's an absolute mess. I'm having all kinds of problems with that, but that's for a different day. But okay, you can also use these self-wicking tubs for plants and flowers. You can see she's got a hibiscus in this one. Turned out really well. I love this container right here. She has kind of a combination of things. She's got a little lantana in there. She's got some potato vines and also a really nice hibiscus, a red one. Ooh, ah. But hey, it's beautiful because you come in here, fill it up, you put your water hose right here, and once the water runs out the side, you turn the water hose off and you're good to go for a week. Check them out, guys, self-wicking tubs. And if you go to Gardening by Leon's channel on YouTube, you'll find all different kinds of ideas on how you can make these relatively cheap. But hey, just wanted to share. Glory be to God. Let me know what you guys think. Seriously, I need to know, when do I harvest potatoes? How much time needs to go by? Love to hear from you. Thanks, guys.